Hello, my name is Rachel Andrews. I am wanting to learn American Sign Language not just to be able to converse with deaf people in the community, both that I know and haven't met yet, and also to be able to use in my future career, but it's because it's something I've always been interested in. As a little girl growing up, the church that I went to, we had someone in our community that actually used to sign the entire service, and I found myself watching her every single Sunday that we went, and she's actually someone that my family is very close to, and I've always admired her and loved watching her sign, and it's something that I wanted to do myself. And so I'm taking the first step with this course, and I plan on using American Sign Language in the future, actually in my career. Eventually, I plan on going to law school, and my sister-in-law, who's also a lawyer, I spoke with her about, whether it was a smart choice to take ASL as my language option for my degree, and she said that the deaf community is so underrepresented, and it's very hard for law firms to find someone who is able to actually interpret deaf witnesses that are on the stand and in court, and so having that, will set me apart. And it's something that I also, want to be able to use because I do know a couple of people who are deaf. My own sister is actually deaf in one of her ears and knows some sign language, so she's planning on taking sign language with me actually in the next couple of weeks, so I'll be able to converse with her. So experience I've had with deaf people, my sister's best friend is completely deaf, and like I said, my sister is partially deaf. So I've seen, them sign some to each other, because my sister definitely is not fluent by any means, but she knows some, phrases for different things. If Courtney is having a hard time understanding what's going on, or if they're somewhere that's loud and she's having a hard time reading lips, or, whatever the situation may be. And then I've also, the woman that I spoke with in the first question that went to my church, her son was hearing impaired, so they would sign to each other. So I obviously didn't know sign language, so I just kind of had her sign for me and interpret the conversation. So I'm looking forward to being able to actually be the one to facilitate a conversation. And then my plans for interaction with other signers and deaf people, I'm just looking forward to being able to be the person that can actually have a conversation. Because like I said, the deaf community is very underrepresented in the community and as, as a whole. So it'll be nice to be able to, if I come across someone that's deaf, whether it's at work or it's just in life, be able to have a conversation with them that's not, it's a proper conversation. It's not one where they're having to read my lips or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to that, and to actually go back and answer more on planning to use sign language. I actually have an 11-week-old son. He's 11 weeks today, and my sister taught my niece some signs, for eating and stuff like that, but it fell off to the side, and my niece doesn't really remember them anymore. But I really want to actually teach my son sign language. My husband knows Spanish. He's going to teach him Spanish, and I'd love to teach him sign language so that he's able to grow up and converse with any, friends that he may make or people he may meet that are deaf, so that he can, help spread the language of ASL.